All right,
All
guys.
right,
Good night.
welcome.
Have a good
And
evening.
we're out
Good
here with
night. Good night, Sailor.
Operation
Yeah.
Pitchfork and a bunch
Good
of other
flying with
people.
y'all.
And if I have a problem
See you
speaking, it's because I've
Saturday.
got voices in my
Yep.
ear.
I might be
We're
there
at
tomorrow
Port
night.
Korea, where
Yeah. Oh,
apparently
you
most
won't
of the
be, will
server
you?
is. So this
I
should
gotta
be
go
fun.
to
So we're on comms with
training for my,
Operation Pitchfork people, and so you're going to hear a lot of
Yeah.
voices.
foster training.
I'm going to unmute myself now and come
cool.
back in the game.
No,
Congratulations.
no.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
It's
so
an
we're
unhappy thing.
we're online now, and whoa, I gotta remember
right.
that my
Good
mouse
night.
moves me. There we
Later.
go. So we've got what? I don't know how many. We've probably got most of the server here, right?
Oh yeah, like there's at least 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, a dozen people here at SBK.
12. Ha 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 ha.
Are you trying to be a character on Twitch?
No, no, no. It's just you were counting, and I all of a sudden it's like count. All right, that works. All right, so let's see here. Yeah, we had
Half of these guys on here are vanguards.
Oh, so I'm not alone.
No.
Good. I am liking this hoplite. It's now and I went out and bought carpet, so I've got my rudder pedals and my chair on carpet. I'm trying it with the rolly chair. It seems to be working so far. I'm not pushing the rudder pedals away. Look,
Nice.
no hands. So they seem to be just kind of sitting there. Are people waiting for something to happen, or?
I mean, probably. We look at the chat. It says someone's saying good while it lasted. We got Dargoth here, one of our buddies.
Yeah,
saying,
yeah.
Hey, yep, it's getting weird.
Airlocks are broken, huh?
What?
That was the last thing I see on the chat. Is airlocks are broken apparently. Dargoth can't open an airlock.
Well, this game has had problems with memory leaks recently.
Well, we had a
Alpha.
server go out on us about 30 minutes ago.
Oh, really? Shit.
Yeah, it's leaky.
Hopefully it gets fixed in 2.1. That'll probably come out in April.
You mean 2.6.1?
2.6.1, yeah.
We're long past 2.1.
No, it's doing a couple of weeks, y'all.
Oh, I misspoke.
No, it's doing a couple of weeks, so
yeah,
cross
but
your fingers.
You never know. They delay every time.
I know they could. We can dream, no?
I don't like dreaming.
It's only so broken.
It's always going to be a certain degree of broken.
It's only as good as its foundation. And what's it running on? Windows.
It's running on the Amazon Lumberyard engine. That's all I know.
Well, I'm seeing people look like they're winking in and out. I don't know. Boy, there's a whole lot of Vanguard Wardens here, aren't there?
Over half of the ship fleet here is Vanguards.
Well, most of them seem to be Wardens. I'm in a hoplite, so...
I am in old man's hoplite.
Yeah. So is this what we call a? Well, now they. All right. Well, I see Kraken Mare moving. All the rest of them seem to be stuck. So I'm guessing the server's probably close to dropping.
I am moving, and I'm just messing around here.
Yeah, but you're the only one I see moving. I see all these ships, and they're just sitting there.
No, they're not doing shit.
I wonder. We do a slow orbit around.
In fact, I don't think I see anybody moving. Uh-oh, I think the game crashed.
Well, I'm doing a slow orbit around the station
Yeah, I just walked through a door
without it opening.
without it opening.
Oh, I disconnected.
It's a matter of
Might
moments.
not be. No, it might be the internet
Suckers.
here, which has been fucky recently.
It's crashing.
Yep,
There
there
it
it
is.
goes. There it goes.
Well,
The
All right,
cool
who's
part
leading
about
the
this,
stream? Greyheart?
huh?
Oh yeah, Greyheart's leading the stream.
I'm,
Okay.
yeah, I've got a stream going, but I'm not leading this group.
Well, I mean, since you're the one with the stream going on right now, and there are probably 1 or 2 people watching,
Actually, not at this point.
how many people are watching?
Just me at this point, but that's okay. They'll come on later. See, I'm not I'm not that established as a streamer yet, so
Yeah, I've done a couple of streams with me racing on Old Vanderval.
mm-hmm.
That was entertaining.
Well, I got Sophie Girl
Frustrating.
to tweet out that I'm streaming, and I put it out on a couple of groups on Facebook. So we'll see what happens. And I of course tweeted out. So
Got a couple of my own personal friends to watch a stream of mine once, but that was a while back.
well, I see Dargoth in a server with 24 people in it.
oh great, really? I picked a brand new one too. I was trying to get a new one. Shit.
Damn. The memory
I just want a big button that says fresh server.
Fresh server, yeah.
You know, they could even charge UEC for it or something. Hell, they could charge money at this
Well, if you
point.
want a fresh server, all you got to do is pull out a what do you call it?
Well, time to play the clicky
A
game.
Starfare.
Yeah, well, yeah, really.
Won't be long.
And I woke up at frickin' Hex again. Son of a bitch.
Yeah, that crimson.
Yeah, I have that problem too. So, although I was able to get rid of it, of course, if they're all heading over to Korea, you might have a hard time getting rid of that crime stat.
Well,
There we go, 23 out of
Nuclear
24.
Operation Pitchfork is here. Oh, there we go. Loading in.
I missed it.
So, Galen and Greyheart, what kind of ships do you have?
Well,
I
I've
can
been
potentially borrow.
doing the hoplite lately because it actually is a nice ship.
Now he
You have
wants
a
to know a
warden?
list of your ships, not just the one.
Oh well, let's see. Shall I start with the smallest or the largest? I've got 28 ships.
Black, Mustang Delta.
There we go. I'm getting into the instance with Dargoth.
I got a what do you call it? Gladius and a Yellow Jacket.
Most of my ships are larger multi-person ships because I run a cargo organization. I do have a Saber, which I use for dogfighting, and for apparently I've got this hoplite as a placeholder for another ship. I don't know what. I've got a Redeemer, a couple of Starfarers, 7 hull series, Caterpillar, Retaliator, Constellation, Carrick, a couple of Crucibles.
You know, if you got a Vanguard Warden or a Saber up for grabs, I would really like that. But if not, that's okay. I can just fly my space penguin around, and I have firepower.
Your space penguin isn't equipped with an EMP?
It's a Titan, not a Warlock.
Okay.
It's got, you know, some cargo holding capability.
Well, this is... Okay, that one doesn't want to give me a prompt. Let's see here. Maybe if I've gone to 3 terminals so far. None of them are working.
I'm at terminal, terminal D.
Strut D?
Strut D.
Now let's see here. See what it tells me I'm at. Oh, all of our pads are full.
Access that ship at this time. We apologize for any inconvenience. Please try again later, or select a different ship.
Well, I managed to pull up the space penguin at Strut D.
Unfortunately, our automated system is
I almost made a
unable
funny
to
game
access
when I
that
stopped
ship
this.
at this time. We apologize for any inconvenience. Please try again later.
I believe I may be on Bravo. Let me take a look here. Yeah, I'm on Bravo, so...
Welcome to the Port Alizar ship deck. Please press the screen to continue.
Alright, I wouldn't be surprised if my penguin only has the Gatling gun on it. Nope, it still has the Badgers after all this time.
Unfortunately, our automated system is unable to access that ship at this time. We apologize for any inconvenience. Please try again later.
I'd really like to pull up this hoplite.
Unfortunately, our automated system is unable to access that ship at this time. We apologize for any inconvenience. Please try again later, or select a different ship. Unfortunately, our automated system is unable to access that ship at this time. We apologize for any inconvenience. Please try again later, or select a different ship. Unfortunately, our automated system is unable to access that ship at this time. We apologize for any inconvenience. Please try again later, or select a different ship. Unfortunately, our automated system is
Well, let's see if
unable
it'll
to
pull up the
access that
saber.
ship at this time. We apologize for any inconvenience.
We do have a
Oh, I
full
see an
server.
empty
Try again
hoplite.
later, or select a different ship.
Oh yeah?
Dude, but it's floating around and probably going to be a bitch to get inside.
Well, and unless the ramp is down... Oh, wrong one.
Yeah, it's slowly floating away. And that's no hope.
Well, it's not mine, because I don't see a prompt showing me where mine would be, so...
Yours isn't floating out in the middle of space. Being sucked in by Crusader.
Unfortunately, our automated system is unable to access that ship at
Let's
this
go
time.
take a look at some of these pads and see if they're really full.
Please try again later.
No,
or
they're
select
not.
a different ship.
In fact, I think Strut B is completely empty.
Which means I'm probably... Well, let's try an experiment. Science! Let's see if it'll pull up a smaller ship. I really don't want a smaller ship, but we can try it.
Please press the screen to continue.
Alright, so let's go with the saber, see what it does. Yeah, it's gonna bring up the saber.
I see it.
Your ship is
There it
currently being
is.
delivered to the launch platform.
So apparently saber is small enough it'll bring it up. Alright, well, we'll just have to get the hoplite next time.
Alright, so what are you gonna... never mind. See an M50 on Strut B. Ooh, I like M50s. But
You know, I've been thinking about the possibility of getting that razor just because. I don't know what I'd use it for except for really fast, moving from place to place really fast, but I don't know that I really need that.
know. Unless you want to do some racing with me.
Not really. I mean, I'm not a racer.
No, there you go.
I mean, you know, it's fun to go around the race course, but that's not what I do. So, although I could see where having a really fast ship,
These are a very limited jump capability, is in very small tanks.
right?
Systems green. Launch complete. Landing request approved. Landing gear retracted. Proximity alert. Head.
You did not just shoot at me when I'm trying to land.
I didn't.
I know. I'm just rhetorical question.
Oh, okay.
Looks like we need to meet someone at SPK.
That means I gotta kill somebody. Is what that means.
Ah. Boy, you know, they really, there we go. Anvil Hornet, that's all it says. Okay.
Yeah, I see someone shooting.
We're at.
Hail meow, shooting bullets at SPK.
Well, let's go there.
He's shooting against Dargoth. All right, let's jump him.
Wait a minute, Dargoth's one of us.
Quantum travel initiated.
Dargoth, you need help?
Not yet. Well, maybe. I don't know.
Give me a second, I'll let you know. All right, well, I'm making the jump here in my paper thin. If I can find it in my paper thin.
Yeah, you got me.
Here we go.
That means I gotta start off at Grim again.
Quantum travel initiated.
So who was
At
it?
me now. Okay.
Yes, he's a prick.
Oh well, I'm gonna come in and see if who's doing what, and
And I'm dead because I'm in my space penguin.
so Mr. Snipes,
No.
who is it?
Hell meow.
Oh, hell meow. Okay, I see him. All right. Really wish I was in my hoplite. I see
really
him.
Wish
Wow.
I had a better ship, but I don't.
He's firing at Mr. Snipes now. Well, we're just gonna come around here and see if we can't get. He's in a.
gang up on him.
Yeah, he's in a Hornet. Now he's firing at me.
Shields recharged.
No, I have to wait a while.
You gotta make you some. You gotta make you some UEC.
I'm not gonna
Oh,
buy
he
it.
shot. How the hell did he get
I'm
me?
not gonna buy it back if I can get it for free within 2 minutes.
How the hell did he get me? He didn't even fire at me.
It's glitched.
Apparently.
He's got hacks.
Well, let's see if I can get my.
bullet indicators.
Let me see if I can get my hoplite. That'll last a little bit longer than the Saber.
What strut are you at?
I should be on B.
Alright, so, can you also pull up a ship for me that has better combat capabilities than the Space Penguin?
Yeah, I can pull up a
Because
Hornet.
We can gang up on him. Alright.
Or do you want to take the turret and the hoplite?
Do you have a cutlass? Oh wait, I don't think you do.
No, I don't.
How about something a bit more rigid than the,
Well, I've got
Hornet's
use.
got great weapons.
I've got a yeah. I've got a use of a couple of Hornets.
I can do a Hornet though. It's K.
Unfortunately,
Yeah, it's still not letting me pull up the hoplite.
unable to access that ship at this time.
Let's see here.
Apologize for any inconvenience. Please try again later.
All right, F7CM should be a good ship.
Strut B.
B07.
Your ship is
Alright,
currently
heading there.
delivered to the launch platform.
All right, I will go and open it up for you.
Alright, and we will, with the combination of our power, kill the bitch.
And I believe this F7CM has a turret gunner.
Oh, nice. Not gonna use it, but nice.
All right, I'm gonna guess that's you over there.
Yep.
All right,
I see you.
let me run over here. It's gonna make me get in, and then I'll have to get out.
All right.
All systems online.
All right, so once I get out, you should be able to get in, and
All right.
just like that.
All
Alright.
right. So Dargoth, are you ready for a 3-man invasion of SPK?
Well, I
I
gotta
am
go get
lined
another
up.
ship.
I'm
Alright.
lined up and waiting.
Let me
Right,
go.
We're wait for Galen.
Great heart.
Whoever I happen to be
Greyheart.
today.
Fuck me.
Welcome to the Port Olisar ship deck. Please press the screen to continue. Unfortunately, our
Well, apparently it's not gonna let me pull up the hoplite at all, and that bothers me.
apologize for any inconvenience.
Oh God.
Please try again
But
later, or select a different ship.
I've got less than a minute before my saber comes up. Let me see here. I've got an F7C.
Shit.
All right, I'm gonna pull up the S7C, and we'll see if that works. B7.
Confirmed. Your ship is currently
Dargoth, what are you flying?
Flying a Hornet.
All right, so we'll all be
three
Hornets.
Three Hornets against a hoplite.
Is he in a hoplite or a Hornet?
He was in a looked like a hoplite.
I thought it was a Hornet.
I don't know. Regardless, we're gonna show him justice.
I'm inbound to Korea because I Crusader security was up my butt.
Okay,
Oh.
no problem. I'm gonna get into my ship here real quick, and
And
I
I
will
missed
be-
my destination and I went outside the universe.
Okay. Oh.
Fudge.
Shit.
can you do that?
Yes, you can. It'll fluff the edge of the map. That was just. God, I hate fuck.
all systems online. Takeoff complete.
All right, I am off the
Need
ground.
like
Okay.
you need to have like a description of what Grim smells like. I got a funny feeling it stinks.
Probably does.
Probably smells like piss and shit
Stale cigarettes and beer.
and shit.
All right, so I'm thinking 275 and then Korea.
All right. Lined up.
All right, lined up and jumping.
Jumping.
Travel, engage.
All right.
All right, let's
Lined
see
up with
here.
Carrier. And jumping.
Okay, lined up and jumping.
Quantum travel, engage.
Hopefully I caught it.
All right. Let's see what we got here.
Quantum travel, complete.
No targets.
See, I see you. That's all I see.
Yeah, that's interesting.
He'll be back.
Yep. And we'll be there waiting. Okay, I see Greyheart. I see Roadkill.
I see, yeah, Zixix Roadkill.
Seems like a friendly target.
Yeah, but we're gonna wait for him to shoot at us.
Of course, that's protocol.
I'm gonna just come around here, spin around. All right, I thought I heard some gunfire.
I was just seeing what kind of guns are on this thing. I was shooting out into space,
Okay.
away from everything else. I think there's 4 laser cannons and 2 Badgers.
Well, let's see here. I don't know what I got. I got that. I've only got a couple of, yeah, I don't have any secondary weapons. I think that's why I don't like the regular Hornet. It's just, not got a whole lot of weapons on it.
Yeah, it's the base model.
On the plus side, I can see all of my, MFDs.
Hey.
I'm on station.
I see a Dargoth flying wing.
Gotcha.
I'll come up around behind you and see if I can't.
Now, am I showing Crim to you guys or what?
Nope, you are not.
Amazing, they still have this freaking bug. All right, I'm putting down on a station.
Okay. I'm gonna park just off your pad and just wait and see what happens.
We asked about the smell of Grim Hex. What do you think about the smell of Porto?
Smells like victory. Oh.
No.
Realistically, I think it would
Yeah,
smell
but yeah,
more like an airport if an airport has a distinctive smell.
I'll give you that. Have you ever been to Mardi Gras or to the French Quarter in New Orleans?
I haven't.
Well, it has its own distinct odor.
No doubt. So I see I see Roadkill is right over there by you, Kraken.
Yep. I'm gonna stare at him.
I've dropped down and I've got you both in my... Oh, he's waggling his wings, letting you know he's friendly.
Or he can't fly.
Well, I suspect he's being friendly.
Fairly relaxed night so far. At least, what's I got on here?
Okay, so now my crim stat has been reduced.
Nice.
Now to make it stick though, I gotta go to O and I gotta pull up a ship.
Really?
Yeah, usually that makes it stick. Sometimes it doesn't stick unless you go pull up a ship at O.
That's interesting. I didn't pull one up. I went back and then, actually stopped the game at that point. But I think if you go back, if Crusader Security doesn't hit you, you're probably okay. The Bjorn Legacy. Okay. Apparently, he just realized that there's a toilet on the Constellation.
Well, at least you can take a shit in the game.
My wife has a theory about Star Trek that they teleport the poo out of you.
Well, there was a book that was put out in the late 70s that talked about Klingons being so mean that they farted in airlocks. All right, so...
It only gets the first guy to come in.
Right. So I'm going to follow you back. Where you're heading where now?
I am, let me see, where... I guess I'm going to go to 625 and then to Olisar.
All right, I'm lining up to 625. I'm lined up.
All right, going.
Jumping now.
Jumping. Up there, pirates.
Of course there are.
Why not?
So, are we going to take care of them or jump back to Port Olisar?
No. Yeah, let me go to Olisar. If y'all want to play with pirates, y'all can. I'm not going to hold it against y'all.
Well, I'll go back to Port Olisar with you. I played with plenty of pirates. That's not a big deal. Jumping.
I thought about it. I definitely want to get rid of this stupid. I want to make sure this thing sticks.
All right, I'm at Port Olisar. Now the question is, am I right side up? There we go. And actually, I bet I could probably set down on a pad. Boy, am I? Oh, yeah, I was right side up. There we go. Now I can see the pads. All right, I'm gonna see if I can't sit down on. I don't want to go on B. I want to go on another strut. It looks like it's C. All right, I'm gonna sit down on C and see if I can't pull up my hoplite from C.
Well, I can tear through a cutlass without heating up all the guns. That's nice.
Landing complete.
All right, I'm getting out of my ship and see if I can't pull the hoplite up over here. I heard that.
Yeah.
This is Crusader Security. We've got the situation handled.
Who's he going after?
Not me.
Okay,
He would have hit me already.
that was what I wanted to make sure of. You know, they only reduce crime stats one level at a time, so.
Pretty sure all I had was one.
Okay, yeah, you know, I'm looking forward to when they actually bring that back, so you can see what your crime stat is and how many you got and all that stuff. Because
It was funny. I could see it last night, but keep waking up and hang on, Jig, and Grimhex.
all right, let's see if I can bring up the hotline here. That looks good. That looks good. Yes, C10. Yes.
Your ship is currently being
Nice.
platform.
There we go. Oh no.
Apparently, we all brought up so many Vanguard that the server decided no more. It didn't want to bring any up. All right. I do like this ship. I like the Gatling gun on the front, although it takes a second for it to spin up. And the four nose cannons are wonderful because they don't run out of ammo. They're energy weapons, so as long as I got power, I'm good. But that nose can or that nose Gatling gun, the Vulcan as I call it. I know that's not what it is. If you can get them running, all of a sudden, you know, in a straight line, they're toast.
Oh yeah.
There goes Crusader Security shooting at somebody.
Systems green. Contact. Landing request.
Somebody pulled up
I got
a
it.
caterpillar.
I got a new mission. Stop.
Whoa, they took out. Wow, they took out the caterpillar.
Who? Crusader did?
Yeah.
What was the guy who was shooting at me? I didn't even catch his name.
Mew or something like that.
Mew. Okay.
Well, okay.
If it looks like I have crim stat, forgive me.
Okay.
Landing gear retracted.
Well, oh, there's Duroth. Okay, I see you now.
Yep. Fox.
Where are you going?
I don't see you, Kraken.
Ah, fuck! I fucking crashed the thing. Let's see if I spawn in Grim Hex.
I think he was at 625.
I went back to K and then rammed right into the thing. And now I'm in spectator mode. Let's see what all these guys are doing. So we got a guy in a constellation trying to repair a comm array. We got someone in a Hornet chilling by Porto. Someone running into.
You went to 625?
Yes, sir. I sure did.
All right, jumping behind you.
Let's see.
Bang.
Oh, it's somebody turned it on. Imagine that.
Well, if I enter spectator mode, it means I have to. Means I'm gonna leave.
See, going to Korea.
I gotta find
This is,
Korea.
Quitting the game.
There it is. All right. I'm lined up.
Have fun, guys.
Jumping. All right, see you later.
Oh,
See ya.
look, there's Help Me Out.
Hey, well, I'm coming in now.
Oh shit! Right as
And I'm in a ship that can do some damage. There he is, and he's got a crime status too.
Yeah, I wonder why.
Mm-hmm.
Being a prick will do that to you.
Oh, somebody hit him with a missile.
What the frick is he running on that damn thing? Yeah, I stuck him with a missile, but he fucking tore me a new one.
There he is.
Come on, Black.
Under fire. Wood shield. Shields recharging.
Boy, I am just not hitting him. Why am I not hitting him? There we go.
I love him. What the hell he's running on that thing now?
I'm hitting him now.
Oh, yes. Actually woke up on a...
Under fire. Starboard shield. Under fire. Mid shield. Under fire. Shields recharging. Danger. Wood shield. Under fire. Shields recharging.
Boy, he took out my nose gun.
Shields recharging.
Cycling through the airlock right now.
Shields
What's going on, Galen?
Not much. I'm back.
recharging.
Boy, he hit boost and was out of here.
Tell where he went.
Yeah, he's still around here. He hasn't jumped. He's just boosting. Now we're just jousting. Oh, he almost rammed me. Yeah, now that I got a ship that can stand up to him. Whoa, I think he just jumped. Nope, he didn't. Where is he? There he is. Oh, he actually did take me out. Damn it. Well, I was able to stand up to him for a little bit. Wish I could have brought my main gun online, but he was moving around too fast. And he is in a hoplite. Or a vanguard of some sort.
Pilots stand clear of the engagement.
Whoa, what the? I think we just crashed. I got the crash handler up. There we go. Thank you for your submission. Well, that's interesting. You know, I'm looking forward to that mini map in 3.0 where you load in once into your hangar and then everything else gets streamed in. So no more loading screens, just the one.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's what they're talking about. Because, you know, it's not taking any time at all to load into the hangar.
Yeah, that would be nice.
It's a little longer to get into the into an instance. Of course, I'm, you know, trying to get into an instance where there are people I know. Hey, and yours is full. Did you crash?
I'm sitting on a black screen right now, but
Oh, okay. Well, that would explain it.
I'm waiting for it to either die or what.
It's gonna die. Yeah, mine died out just after I got killed. That what was his name? Helmu?
Yeah.
He took me out pretty good. I'm not sure what he hit, but There at the end, I was having a hard time getting my pip on him.
I want to know what he's running. Whatever he's running is powerful. Like I'll get out.
Well, he's in a Vanguard. I don't know if it's a Warden or a Hoplite. But I don't know what else he's got going with that. If I could have opened up on him with my Gatling gun, I think that would have done some damage.
I woke up.
Really? Well, 17 to 24. Let's get in. All right, I'm jumping into your instance. Apparently, it scared enough people they jumped out because it was only 17 people in the instance.
I don't guarantee that it's going to be.
Well, I'm sure that it'll fill up quickly, but it allowed me to get in.
Well, the thing is though, but it could be 17 or 24 because people are like giving up.
Right, exactly. I suspect that the black screen scared people and they got out real quick. Oh no, the server's crashing.
Button. God, I hate the use button.
It's mostly gone away.
Nah, mostly it doesn't work worth a shit. He rammed me at the last minute before I died, and I don't know if I got him at the same time or not.
Well, I know I did some damage to him.
I tore his nose up with my guns, but a few times before that.
Well, it was weird because like I'm chasing after him and it's like, okay, where are you? I thought we were gonna take this guy on together. I'm the only one flying around him as far as I can tell.
Well, no. As soon as I got back in, that's when I saw you die.
Oh, okay. You would.
I just jumped in.
Okay.
And yeah.
All right. I thought you were already there.
No. I just came in. I was 3,500 clicks away from him.
All right.
Because if he hadn't have got you, I was gonna double missile his ass, and I was gonna.
Yeah, because you hit him with a missile that one time, and I don't know what it didn't seem to do all that much damage to him.
Yeah, because I took off the quad rack and I put on two size 2s.
That guy's name is Scuzzy? It is. Apparently somebody named themselves Scuzzy. That's interesting. All right. Oh, well, apparently I am still in the same server because I've got 5 minutes before I can get the hoplite. All right. Well, let's go with the saber.
Selection confirmed. Your ship is currently being delivered to the launch platform.
All right.
Hello there, meow, motherfucker.
So what you're saying is you didn't get him.
Maybe I did, maybe I didn't. You can't really tell.
Well, I'm not able to get my hoplite, so I'm gonna come in a saber.
Alert, shields down.
All right. Going to Korea via 275.
I don't know if he's good. He must be. He must just be good.
Attention pilot, stand clear, do not engage. Quantum travel initiated. Quantum travel complete.
Arcane the Voyager? Well, oh, that's okay, that's not you. Okay, that's interesting. You're at Korea?
No, I'm
Oh.
dead.
Oh, you're dead, okay. Well, I think he took off because I don't see him out here. Oh, wait. Oh, yeah, I see bits of his ship. I see a piece of his ship just spinning. You took the nose right off. Yeah, that's what's left of him right there. Yeah, and it looks like it's a hoplite.
He took me at the same time, though.
Yeah, that's all right. Sometimes you gotta.
Sometimes the bear eats you. I know.
Well, sometimes there's a little bit of a sacrifice involved.
Assuming I actually got the bat. I also understand that your missiles will take on the speed and trajectory of your ship when you fire them in the upcoming patch.
Okay, meaning what?
So, say I'm closing on you at full burn, and I fire my missiles. Well, the missile's going to start off moving at my speed.
Okay, they don't start at 0.
No, it's not going to start at 0. It's going to start at the speed that I'm going.
Okay.
So if you're expecting a little lazy missile to come flying at you, when instead it's coming at 1,000 clicks, things will be different.
Well, we've got Freakazoid and Dargwala. Dargwalia?
Coming, I'm heading back in, right?
Yeah, they're just sitting here. They're not doing anything, so.
And Hello Meow is back.
Is he?
Yep.
Yep, there he is. All right. He just took somebody out.
Didn't take me out, not yet.
He's got another. Looks like he's got another warden. Boy, I don't know what he did.
Shields recharging. Rear shield under fire. Friendly target. Contact. Shields recharging. Friendly target.
Oh, well, he took out my saber pretty quick. Of course, saber isn't much more than paper. Well, that should
You're
have
not engaged, pilot. Leave this to the professionals.
given me time to get my hoplite back.
Welcome to the Port Olizar ship deck. Please press the screen to continue. To prevent traffic, we ask that all arriving pilots use the designated landing areas. Launch platforms are for departing ships only.
Really? Okay, so now I'm not getting any use prompts.
This station is a
There we
prime
go.
member of the ship share program. Encouraging travelers to save resources and fly.
Unfortunately, all pads are full.
System is unable to access that ship at this time. We apologize for any inconvenience.
Not
Yeah.
happy about
Try
that.
again later, or select a different ship. Unfortunately, our automated system is unable to access that ship at this time. We apologize for any inconvenience. Please try again later, or select a different ship. Unfortunately, our automated system
Alright.
is unable to access that ship at this
Well,
time.
let's
We apologize for any inconvenience.
let's go take a
Please try again later, or select a different ship.
an EVA across to another pad and see what happens. This is B. I want to go to, I don't know, where do I go? Straight across.
Yeah, you want to go to Delta. It's been working fine for me.
Delta is Delta. Whoa, is Delta on the same strut as the same area as Bravo, or I guess not. Okay, that's C. So let me go over here to see what this says. There we go.
Falcon.
This is Delta.
What's going on, Mr. Falcon?
What's up?
Oh, nada.
Freaking love that SPK event tonight.
Yeah, that was pretty impressive.
You haven't seen the video, have you?
No, I haven't.
The
There's
guy
video?
the guy that was in charge of the org that came in to try to test us. I mean, he seemed like a decent guy in the video, but everybody was just sitting there rock solid, frozen in space, not moving a muscle. And he's like, at first he thought we were all experiencing a network connection, and then he's like, "Are they doing the mannequin challenge?"
That is what it looked like.
He's like, at the very end of the video, I made a bad decision.
Oh, the guy from was it Paper? What were they called?
WHP. He in the video, he says that we fired first. You know, us and Elysium. But if you're following in chat, he tells his guys. You know, he even calls out one of the, G-Pros was one of the guys in Elysium side, and he's like, he told his guys in chat, boys, lock on to G-Pros. That's what started the furball, because as soon as the lock on occurred and G-Pros reported it, we all went mobile, and that was it.
So you may have shot first, but he had a hostile action first.
Exactly. I mean, you lock missiles on somebody, and that's a hostile intent.
That is a hostile intent, yes. And it's not like he couldn't see that it was going to happen.
Yeah, you got a link to that? Because
Yeah,
my game crashed. I'm done for the night. I'm aggravated.
Hang on, I'm gonna get it. I'll be right back.
Sure. Yeah, two crashes a night.
All right, here we go. He warps into SPK at about I think it's 15 or 16 minutes around there. And one of the funniest parts for me is when, I mean, there's a chat session off to the right sidebar, and somebody's like, "Please explain Murphy's Law," because they mention it. And he's like, "Oh, Murphy's Law, that's anything that can go wrong will go wrong." And then they start to warp to SPK, and he's like, "But personally, I don't believe in that kind of thing." That's what's so ironic.
Okay.
Quantum travel initiated. Quantum travel complete. Quantum travel initiated. Quantum travel.
All right.
I fast forwarded to about 12 minutes.
There's an Aegis
Yes.
Vanguard Warden.
Yep. So the guy was so freaked out by what he saw at SPK with all these ships just sitting motionless. It just blew his mind. I've never seen this. I've never seen this anything like this in Star Citizen. This is a rare thing.
Well, yeah, now. Just imagine once 3.0 and the others come out, it's going to be a lot less rare.
Well,
Oh my God! I can only imagine what's going to happen on the planet.
probably get more than 24 people into a server. That'd be great.
Yeah, I mean, there's going to be. I'm sure there's going to be a ground war of some sort on the. And I wonder how ships are going to play into that if ship fighters like wardens and somewhat can make strafing runs.
Yeah, well, we know that that ships can take ground troops out. We saw that. We saw that very rather graphically.
That's right. There are bombers in this game,
Yes, I've got a Retaliator.
so it's not just for capital ships then.
The bombs.
Yeah, I thought they were like torpedoes. Or
There
for
are
capital-
there are torpedoes, but Retaliator is capable of taking torpedoes. Now I've got just the hull. I have to get the torpedo launchers, but I also got the cargo bay and the personnel carrier. So because like I said, I run a cargo organization, so torpedoes seemed a little weird. But I also have I've got an Idris and a
Oh, there
Polaris and a Polaris. So I've got lots of ships with torpedoes.
you go. That's troop movement too. Corvettes and frigate.
Yeah.
Not to mention the drop ship itself.
Well, and I've got a Redeemer for a dropship, so that'll work.
Yep. There you go.
I've got all these offensive capabilities, and I run an org that does cargo runs.
Sweet. Look us up if you need an escort of some sort.
Absolutely. I'm always looking for people who are willing to help out. Especially if certain orgs are in certain systems and tend to be around those systems or that area of the verse. There's no reason to call on an org to go halfway across the verse if there's another org nearby that is willing to help out.
Yeah, and TGW appears to be run by a couple of people, one of which is extremely military oriented, and she runs a tight ship like no other. So everybody is like, it's military bearing. Everybody follows orders. It's not like just random people flying about doing their own thing.
She wouldn't be Nails, would it?
That is.
Okay. As soon as you said she, it's like, oh, are we talking Nails?
Yep.
I met her a couple times. Saw her tonight, actually. And yeah, absolutely. She's one of those people who I would have absolutely no problem saying, hey, I'm running over here to this system. I got this kind of cargo. I need a little bit of escort just to make sure nothing stupid happens. Because
Go ahead.
Well, as I say, I have several, or I've been working on some inroads with various pirate organizations, because I also have no problems selling ammo and weapons to them, and or taking some of the loot they have that they can't sell. I'll take it and sell it somewhere else. I didn't steal it.
Yep.
But that way, I figure also allows me at least some leeway in the pirate systems, because I can, the thing is that if you're working with me, you can't attack me. If you do, woe be unto you, because I will put one hell of a bounty on you. But
it's all going to depend on what happens if you've got weapons or contraband of some sort from pirates that you put on your ship. As long as you're not showing up with Crimstat, then you're fine.
Correct. And I don't think that's going to happen. If I show up in a ship that was plundered by a pirate and they sold it to me, and I'm go to one of the core worlds, that would be a problem. But I'm planning to move cargo across the verse, and I've got a hub and spoke system already plotted out. So something like that I could certainly put out on the fringes out on the frontier, and probably never run into any problems with UEE.
Yep. You got the hardcore organizations out there, I'm sure, who, if anybody were to somehow know or figure out that you were running some sort of a cargo operation for the pirates, then that would bring them down on you. I mean, no matter what.
Well, I got a roadkill in his hoplite giving me the waggle on those wings, so he's okay.
Yep.
He's not a hoplite. He must be in a warden. His gun's different.
If I happen to find out that you got an operation going on and you're running something, I'm not going to even say a word to TGW, because I have no idea how Nails would react.
To what?
If you were working with the pirates to transport something for them, I don't know how she would react. So I'm not saying a word. Yeah, well, and the way I look at it, because one of the things I noticed was there were a whole lot of organizations when I first got into this game. There were a whole lot of organizations that sounded really great, and then the last thing was, but we don't do anything with pirates. Well, okay, I don't want to be a pirate. I'm not a pirate. But it seems to me that is a business move that is, that's a market that needs to be serviced. Sure.
And
it's a gray area.
Yeah.
It's a gray area, to be sure.
Absolutely. And so, okay, my organization's about hauling cargo and making money. It's and so it's funny because I set it up as a syndicate, not because it's an evil thing, because syndicates are not evil. Syndicate is simply a group of people or groups of groups all working towards a common goal, which is what I want NTC to be. It's, you don't have to be, a member of NTC. Your organization might be working with us to move cargo around the verse. So, it.
Yeah, I mean, and actually, if the pirates are paying more, or if the pirates are paying better than the UEC, I mean, hey.
I figure that is also, if I'm selling them weapons and ammunition, they're going to be paying a premium because, well, they can't get it just anywhere.
Yeah, and you get to charge them a little bit more, especially if you have to run it through a territory that they can't.
Correct. And so, that's kind of part of the whole thought was, okay, this is a way I can to make a profit, make a decent profit, and I also have ships that I can set out for running high value cargo from the smallest to the largest that can take care of themselves, and including information. I don't see information as anything other than a form of cargo. So I've got a herald. So I can move information. I can move small items. I can move large items. Of course, if you're gonna hire me for something of value, it's going to cost you a pretty penny to do that because, well, I expect that, if it's of high value, that means that people are going to want it. and so therefore I'm going to charge you appropriately.
And what's interesting is also, like, if you have a small amount of cargo to carry, something tiny or small that's valuable, that you may be able to fly a Hornet Ghost, which may not be able to be seen on the radar since it has that stealth ability, and not to mention a Saber. I think it's a Saber or an Avenger actually. If you have to smuggle a person, if that's possible.
Well, and I'm looking at things like the Terrapin for smuggling a person.
Yep.
Or even the Retaliator.
If they roll up on a ship, if anyone rolls up on a ship, whether they have Kremstad or not, they're not going to be able to tell how many crew members are in that ship anyway.
Right. More than likely, that's correct. And of course, I've got a couple of Starfarers. I got a Gemini and a regular Starfarer. And the whole idea being that various people are going to need fuel. I'm planning to use them for my fueling needs, because I've got a whole series that I'm going to be running. The D's are going to be in the core worlds. They're going to be running between Terra and Sol. And so I figure I'll have a Gemini in Terra and in Sol to fuel those guys up, and then I'm going to have my 4 whole C's moving cargo to Terra and Sol, where they'll offload. That's where hubs will be. They'll offload cargo so I can refuel them so they can go back out to the frontier. But if somebody wants fuel, I can arrange for that as well.
Yeah, I can't imagine the pirates attacking you, especially if you're servicing them too, unless they're just assholes.
Well, and that's exactly the thought, is that if I'm selling you fuel, you probably don't want to attack me, because then I won't sell you fuel anymore.
Yep.
And there goes one of your sources of the ability to move out off world.
Yep, there's a lost resource.
Yeah, exactly. And I will let everybody else know that's got refueling ships that, hey, don't trust these guys. They will blow you out of the air. Now, I fully expect that there will be gung-ho people in various orgs who just don't care. At which point, when that happens, I will let the org leader know, hey, you guys had a deal with me. This guy shot up my ship. What are you going to do to make it right? If they're not willing to do anything, okay, fine.
Yep.
I will deal with that. But I fully expect that they will be happy to do something to make sure that their fuel and other resources get through to them.
I think it'll get through to the people that are smart, but like you said, the younger types that are just pew pew and gung ho, they're gonna learn real quick.
I think that's exactly what's going to happen. First time somebody starts withholding fuel and ammo from an organization because one of their junior members went pew pew, all of a sudden people are going to take it real seriously. Maybe we need to do something about this.
Yep. And especially if the people who were attacked by that said member, you turn around and put a bounty on them.
Exactly.
An organization starts taking hits from bounty hunters coming after them for attacking a trade market ship. Well,
and that's exactly the sort of mechanic that Chris Roberts was talking about. Was there will be ways to get satisfaction so that hopefully people won't be griefing, because if they do, they'll be taken out quickly, and each time they come back, it's going to take longer, and it's going to be harder for them to respawn until eventually, whoa, somebody's shooting at me. Who the hell's shooting at me?
Yep, and if they're out of money because they keep being idiots, then they won't be able to respawn. Not sure how that's going to work yet. If you don't have any money, you just sit out of luck, and you have to earn money to buy another ship. I don't know. I mean, if you buy one, if you pledge, the ship is yours. I mean, it can't really be taken away from you.
I'm watching the video. This guy's hilarious.
Oh yeah. Freaking love it. It's like this. It's the first time in any video game that I've actually been in someone's Twitch video. I'm like, oh, there's my ship.
I got looks like a Hornet on my tail. But he's not showing up. Who is he?
You in game now?
I am in game, and I've got somebody who's been firing at me.
quantum jump out.
I could. Okay, that's why I can't get him. Okay, who is this? This is Wilberforce. Alright, so I'm going to do this. I am going to come in and round. And...
Shields recharging.
Yep. Let's use the station as our... Up. There we go.
Shields recharging.
There he is. We'll use the station. There he is. I see him now. Now that I can get to him.
Shields recharging.
So... That's why I can't see him. Oh.
I almost wish that Twitch video could be sent to Chris Roberts, because that guy was like, "Oh my God, this like made Star Citizen history for him."
Actually, you can send it to Chris Roberts.
You can send it to CIG, but probably not him directly.
That's correct, but that'll get you something.
Probably hold off on that. I don't want to send anything in and talk to Nail first. I don't want to, ruffle anybody's feathers.
Oh, well, at least I took him with me.
Did he get you?
He got me. Well, I hit him, but we both died.
Hey, it's a draw. Awesome.
Yeah.
He knows that he shouldn't mess with you, and all good.
It works for me.
One thing I haven't even done yet, I'm not sure if the warden, if you can, but apparently you're supposed to be able to eject.
Really?
Someone mentioned, oh, not all ships are capable, but the ships that can, I believe it's you hold right Alt and press L twice to eject.
Yeah. Well, and I'm using a HOTAS, so I've got eject set up on one of my toggles, and it's a double toggle. So, of course, I'm not sure which one is eject and which one is self-destruct.
Suicide?
Self-destruct, yeah.
You might want to check that out. No one hit the wrong button.
Yeah, exactly. Although if I'm close enough and I self-destruct, that might help. It might do some good.
I wonder if that's true. If you were to self-destruct next to someone's ship, if it would make splash damage.
I would think it would.
I've learned so far that people like using Connies as a battering ram.
Yes.
It's like every time for the second time, I've done the ICC mission, gone out there, parked my ship near the beacon, got out, interacted with it on my way back, and had a Connie just slam right into my ship.
Really?
And it broke a wing off. Yeah, it broke a wing off, but the ship was still functional. I was able to warp back and hit Cryastro.
Interesting. Yeah, I would think that would be the best use of a retaliator if you don't have crew. I would love to take a retaliator out with a full crew to man the turrets. I think that would be a blast.
The second time I was hit by a Connie, it was an accident really, because people just come screaming in toward the beacon like a bat out of hell.
Right.
They slammed into my ship.
Right.
The first time it happened was intentional.
Yeah.
Because the guy, when I spawned my warden, someone tried to enter through the turret and steal it, and I was able to drop the ramp and get on board the ship. And a second guy ran on board the ship with me, and he went straight to the turret. And I'm like, all right, two assholes that don't have permission to fly my ship. I'm just like, please take off. Please jump out of here. To get into the
right.
freeze. And they did. Dumbasses jumped out to the comm relay, and I'm like, game on. I walked right up to the bridge and like shot the guy right in the fucking head. And then I walked down the ramp a ways toward the back of the ship, waiting for the other guy who had to have heard the gunfire in the turret. Sure enough, the turret thing came down. He exited the turret and went to run up toward the bridge.
At which point you shot him.
Ran forward and ventilated him.
Yeah.
And because he had been in my ship, he still had my warden as a nav point to go to. So when he spawned back in, here he comes with his constellation and rammed the crap out of my warden at that beacon.
Right. Right. Yeah, you know, and those are the people who are not going to last very long in this game.
Nope, they'll learn.
They're
Or they
gonna,
won't.
they're gonna do that once or twice, and then realize, oh crap, it's taking me forever to respawn. What the hell? And then they're gonna be, you know, they're gonna raise a stink about it, and CIG's gonna say, well, how many times have you died? Well, 3 or 4. Well, you know, this is what we told you. Well, from the very beginning, it's gonna, death is a real thing.
Yeah, that, and when they do it to one too many people, and they start to piss off other orgs, and that person becomes KOS, and
Right.
they're gonna have to run like hell across the galaxy to not be fired upon.
Correct. Well, and see, and that's the other thing I'm kind of curious about is that hopefully, so let's see here. I got Donnie Be Good in chat. If it makes him feel any better, blowing off the Connie's engines is relatively easy. And yeah, you know, I haven't actually had the chance to try the taking out the engines. I have thought about.
That's going to be a standard pirate tactic right there to disable the ship and board.
Absolutely, and I've thought about trying to take out engines like for a Caterpillar. The engines are on the back. You take them out, and now you've got a Caterpillar that's dead in space until it can be fixed. One of the things.
They're going to have to bring a lot of ships that coordinate and fire upon the engines all at once, because a single ship firing upon an engine, that ship would have plenty of time to do an emergency quantum jump to escape.
Well, and that's kind of my thought. See, one of the things I want to work out is tactics for when you get jumped. You know, if I'm running a cargo org, I'm not looking for a fight. I need to be able to handle myself in a fight, and so I've got ideas on tactics that I think could be used for getting away from a fight.
It's going to be flippin' devious. They're going to have to do this, but it would be frickin' devious if they came out with some sort of device that could be used that's a dampener to prevent quantum jumping in an area.
Oh,
kind of like
a whole area.
Kind of like a gravity well from Star Wars.
Okay. Yeah, not just an EMP to keep the ship from jumping.
Yeah, or even that, some kind of EMP, or maybe a quantum dampener that prevents people from just jumping out immediately, giving the pirates ample time to blow them engines off, and it's their fault for not having a fighter escort.
Right. I'm on the wrong side of the dam. Although.
Oh, hang on. AFK, buddy.
Okay.
Be right back.
Yeah, no problem. I'll just talk here to Donnie Be Good. Yeah, the whole code of, don't harass medical rescue, things like that. That's actually what I'm looking for as far as people that I'm willing to deal with and work, with in the org. I am on absolutely the opposite wrong side of this thing, aren't I? I figure that if I am helping you as a pirate by, refueling your ships, selling you ammunition and, munitions and stuff, buying stuff off of you that you've plundered that you can't use or sell, I'm doing you a favor. And so I'm kind of hopeful that, that you will, as a pirate, will not necessarily be grateful, but certainly take into account that I am a useful business partner. That's what I want. And aren't going to just, decide that one day that you want to shoot me. Yeah, EMP against quantum jump, absolutely. If you can get close enough, fast enough to take them out before they jump out. That's going to be the hard part. And like I said, my thing is I need to come up, I've got some ideas, but I need to work out tactics for how to deal with people who decide to take on a ship of mine. I'm in. Well, my handle in the game is Greyheart. Yeah, I do too. I absolutely keep track of business associates because, the whole point for me, the whole point is to make money, and you don't do that by double crossing people. And I'm sure there are going to be lots of people who that's what they want to do is they want to make a deal and double cross people, and it'll be interesting. Part of the fun is going to be dealing with people who don't want to deal with the people I'm dealing with. Whoa, there goes a ship. Boom. Yeah, there goes a Hornet. Well, somebody's 300. That's an interesting 350 325 eyes. Tricycle landing gear and just having a hell of a time. You don't see that every day. Actually, Donnie, I'm hoping that by launch, enough people will know the organization, because I'm going to paint all my ships the same color. They're all going to be, it's either going to be green with blue highlights or blue with green highlights. I haven't figured out which yet. So I will be, my ships will be very distinctive, and they'll have the NTC logo on them, so they should be easily spottable. The idea being, I want people to know who I am. I'm not trying to hide. There's Wilberforce. I'm not trying to hide from anybody. I want people to know exactly who they're shooting at if that's what they're doing. So there's no excuse for oh, I didn't know it was you. Because, it may not be me flying. More than likely, I've got 28 ships. It'll be somebody else flying. So the idea being that if you see one of my ships, in a minute 37, we can wait that long. You see one of my ships coming, not to fire on it, hopefully. Did you get back, Falcon? I'll take that as a no. Honestly, Donnie, like I said, I've got 28 ships. They're all going to be flying. I run an organization. I run NTC, Nassau Trading Company. The idea is that people will be flying all those ships all the time. So they can, you could be anywhere in the verse and see one or more of my ships. I suspect I will probably at least, depending on how things go, I would love to be able to pull all of my ships out and just have them work. I suspect I'm going to have to build up. So I may start out with the Constellation and work my way up to the Hull E, but eventually, the idea is to have all these ships running and making money, running cargo. I would love to be able to set it up so that that the players are having me haul their cargo. A straight cargo fee is going to be kind of like a FedEx thing. It's going to be, here's how much it costs for each SCU per zone. And the way I've got it set up, there are 7 zones. And so, it could be as little as 100 UEC. Per zone, and which is not bad. If you're going 7 zones, that's 700 UEC. I keep saying AUEC. 700 UEC to get a single SCU across the verse.
Guys, I'm getting out of channel.
All right. I thought you'd already left.
Well, I was watching that video.
Oh, okay.
All right, y'all have a good one.
Okay.
Later.
Well, I've got a Hull E, Donnie. I've got 4 Hull Cs, 2 Hull Ds, and a Hull E. So I've got plenty of ships. My thing is that I'm not sure how they're gonna do it at startup. they're talking about the larger ships are going to carry more, but they're going to cost more to run, both in fuel and hiring crews and all that. So I got to figure that stuff out. I've already got the hub and spoke routes figured out, at least for now. All right, so before I take off, I think I'm going to do this. Now that I've actually got people watching now, I'm going to head over to my over to the NTC chat for Discord, and I will talk to you later, Falcon. There we go. All right, so I'm in my chat now. All right, so there we go.
Launch complete.
That hoplite it leaps up, but I don't know why it takes that weird, it does that when it jumps off. I don't know why it does. All right, so let's see here. Somebody said that they can't see Port Olisar. They jumped away, now it's gone. Well, okay. I agree. Pirates in active shipping routes are going to be a problem, which is one of the reasons why I need to work on tactics for avoiding being boarded. But I also think that as soon as the pirates start to hunt the various shipping routes, and I don't know, I'm assuming my shipping routes are probably going to be used by other people, as far as they'll be well known because.
Get out of here while you still can. Contact.
Where are you? There we go. That's what I want. Because their routes make sense to me. I don't know that everybody's going to be using them, but I would expect quite a few people to be using them. All right, let's see here. Who do we have? We got nobody here. Oops. Let's see here. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do a orbit. Kind of curious. I don't have any reticle. I don't know why. I'm going to orbit around so I'm on the back side of this so that I can see incoming people. At this point, you're right. It's hard to place a pirate only goal. Once 3.0 comes out, I suspect that will change because we'll be able to move cargo. And while it'll only be one system, I think what we'll find is that... there we go, that'll work. I think what you'll find is that even in a single system, you'll have four planets and a small moon, because Dalmar is going to be there. And you'll be able to... have people hunting. That's going to be fun. I think that running around and seeing who's flying where, pirates attacking cargo haulers. I am absolutely looking forward to 3.0. I am looking forward to hauling cargo. My hope is that what will happen is that I will be able to get enough people who are part of my organization to come on, set up nights, days and times to get together as an organization and man some of these larger ships, crew all of these ships, and go out and do some actual cargo hauling and work out some of these tactics. Well, but the thing of it is that and I see what you're saying. You're doing researching. The reason, part of the whole thing of this is with 3.0 is, at least what they've said, is that they'll also have bounty hunting as a profession, as well as cargo hauling. You'll have to, if you hit a cargo ship, you'll have to move all that cargo before somebody else comes in. Yeah, I'm all for building a team, team building and getting people to know. And honestly, I figure that is going to be the way to get to know who my captains of these ships are going to be. If you're interested in being a captain, let's go out. Let's do some cargo runs. We'll swap roles. We'll do a run. We'll swap roles, and we'll do another run, and we'll swap roles. And that way everybody gets a chance to do everything, get to know the ship, get to know the different stations, and, including captain. And that'll give me a really good idea of who's capable of commanding a ship. Because there are people who just aren't capable, and that's fine. If you're not capable of commanding a ship, there are other places you can, other positions you can take and be really good at it. You might be an engineer. All right, well, let's see here. I don't know if they're not talking about here, because there aren't anybody. So I'm at Port Korea, and nobody's here. Earlier tonight, there was one hell of a fight. We had, I don't know, the entire server full of ships here at Port Korea. Now nobody's here. Well, yeah, and that's part of the thing is that, I want to get to know who my captains are and who's capable of being captain. Then the captain of a ship will then pick their own crew. So hopefully they'll be doing similar things, getting to know their crew, so that they'll know who to put in, as XO, who to be engineer, who to be a gunner, all that stuff. I can't fill all those crew roles. I can't hire all of those crew roles. So the way I look at it is my job as the prime organizer of NTC is to hire the captains and let the captains hire their crew. It'll be people they know, people they trust, or people that they've gotten to know, and know the strengths and weaknesses of their crews. And hopefully, what that will equate to is that they'll be a good crew together. They'll be working on, what nights are we going to do this? What's a good night? How long are we going to be on? And I certainly don't expect my crews to be, continuously working on my ships. I fully expect that they're going to take time off for themselves. Hey, there's somebody. Bendenjura. I wonder who that is. Well, he's red. Shall we take him out? I think we shall. I don't have any pips, though. This is going to be fun. There's a... Oh, he's on the other side. Let me... Why? I can see him through the station. There he is. That's why I didn't have any pips. Did I take him out? There he is. I got an arrow now. What's he in? See, I've been doing lots of pirates. It's good to have an actual opponent. Oh, lag! Oh, where'd he go? There he is. What he doesn't know is that once I get on your tail, you're gonna be really hard to get me off of your tail. He's spinning around. I don't know what he thinks he's doing. He just hit me. I guess I hit him. Technically. Whoa. Oh yeah. He just stopped and it's like, okay, I'm gonna just open up with this main gun. Which I just did. Come on. I love these Auroras. There, I got him. Alright. Alright, so where am I? Let's see here. This is... Okay. Ah, there we are. That's what I want to find out. Alright, so we're going to go down over here. Yeah, I'm glad to know that I have at least some skill against a real person. Alright, so we are right about where I want to be. And we will just spin this puppy around. Do one of these. Let's see. Let's look behind us. That's about where I want to be. Let's see here. I want to go... Whoop, wrong way. That's about where I want to be. Go back off the station a bit. Well, see, and that's the thing, Donnie. Part of my business plan, if you will, is to work with pirates. I saw when I first got into this game, I saw a whole lot of people, a whole lot of organizations who, they're like, everything looks great as far as this looks like an organization I could join. And then, you read all the stuff they're doing, and then down at the bottom, we don't deal with pirates. And we won't allow you to deal with pirates either. Like, well, screw that. That's not what I want. So I ended up creating my own organization because I know that there is a market out there for people who will deal with pirates. And so, if you're part of my org and you decide you want to stop being a pirate, I've got room for you. If you haven't done anything to cause me to decide that you're not worth the risk, like shooting at my ships, I don't see any reason why not to take you on as a crew member on one of the ships. And I've got all sorts of different ships. While my main thing is hauling, I've got a couple of crucibles, so I can repair ships. I've got a couple of Gemini Starfarers. I can refuel ships. I've got a couple of gunships, so I can shoot at ships. And I think you're right. At least with ship repair, what they've said is that you're going to be working on it, and it's going to take practice. And I actually think welding, knowing how to weld, will be an advantage for you. God, it's been 30 years since I've done any welding. I did it back in high school. Yeah, I found MIG welding to be very easy myself. Of course, when I was in high school, I didn't really, the challenge was learning. All right, so I'm going to do something real quick. Yeah, absolutely, no problem. And, you can always do a search on the RSI website for NTC, November Tango Charlie, or Nassau Trading Company. That will get you a good idea of the, that'll get you to see the org. I'm going to jump to Cryastro real quick. I've been doing this for a couple hours. I'm going to take a quick break. So I'm going to jump to Cryastro where I can sit down, or at least come up into a protected position. For some reason, my throttle keeps getting stuck at 50 when I quantum delete jump like that. I don't know why. All right, I'm going to come down here underneath the Cryastro. I don't need any fuel. Yeah, I probably could, but I'm going to come right up here underneath you, and I'm going to... hopefully. Fine. I'm going to tuck right in underneath you like that. All right, I'm going to go take a quick break. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put... I'm going to put a screen up here real quick and put some music on, and I will be back in just a bit.